So this is a tutorial video on how I personally do Chun-Li's crouching heavy punch cancelled into heavy kick lightning legs, cancelled into medium kick lightning legs, you know, the legs loop. You've all seen before, it's this whole, like that all nonsense or whatever. So a lot of people, like, they ask me like how I'm doing it, and they're like, oh, do you slide, do you do piano? And I'm like, I don't use either of those methods. I don't do the sliding or the piano. I found those methods really hard to become consistent with personally, and then when I tried the method that I use today, I was able to get it reasonably consistent within like a few hours. So like, it was just light years ahead for me. Like, it just made so much more sense for me to use this method, and I don't really see anyone else ever trying to use it. I didn't really invent it. Like, it was like one of the runner-up submissions. Like, it was highlighted by Desk, like one of the runner-up submissions for his like combo bounty video he did, where he offered like $50 if anyone could do that massive Rufus combo, and nobody could because stay free everyone. And this guy did a video where he was using this plink technique, and like, I kind of think I can't remember if I don't think I do his method exactly. I think I probably have my own little spin on it. I'm not entirely sure, but the idea though was his in the first place, and I don't see anyone else ever trying this method, and I don't really know why, because it just makes a lot of sense to me. Personally, doesn't involve any piano, doesn't involve any sliding, just involves a lot of rapid button presses, so it makes it a bit more like any other kind of execution thing, only with a bunch of bullshit one-frame links and spacing character-dependent bullshit as well. So I'll try and explain, you know, one thing at a time, how this actually works, because when I explain it to people, a lot of people like just seem confused by it, or people get stuck on the issue that I'm using my thumb, and they're just like, whoa, you're using your thumb, like, it doesn't make any sense. I'll get to that anyway. So the first thing I do is, obviously, you want to plink crouch fierce punch with something. Now, most people, when they want to plink a fierce in a combo, they'll do it with like medium punch, because it's really easy, it's really comfortable, it's right there. But our objective is to get from fierce punch to lightning legs as quick as possible, right? So we want kick inputs. So I'm going to plink it with medium kick instead. So you end up with something like that. 2 fierce inputs and a medium kick. Now that means we get 2 chances to hit our 1-frame link for our fierce punch, and we've already got 1 of the 5 kick inputs that we need. Now the next step, technically optional, but it'll help you out a ton, and this is really the secret of what makes this method super easy for me, is I just hit light kick with my thumb, the thumb on my stick hand, and yes, that's totally easy to do. It's friggin' like, it doesn't require moving your hand loads. Like, it might seem weird when you first start doing it, but then you realize you can do it at pretty much any side or whatever, and it just, you know, it's really easy. It doesn't take any real effort or skill at all. Like, it doesn't like screw up your hand positioning, because whenever you're in a position in match play to even do crouch fierce punch, like, you've got time to prepare. Generally, you're doing it as a frame trap, or doing it as a punish, or, you know, so on and so forth, or as part of a combo. You know, you can get your hands to the position in time. You should be able to. It's really easy. The reason I add that light kick in is because of the next part, and I'll explain what the next part is, and then hopefully that light kick will make a bit more sense, because it is technically optional. The next stage, of course, so now we're at 2 kick inputs, and we want to get all the way to 5. What we're going to do is plink roundhouse with medium punch twice, just really quickly. Like, I screwed up the first one there, but you can see the second plink worked, because every time you plink roundhouse with medium punch, you can see you still get 2 kick inputs. Now, plinking, as you can see, is useful for more than just hitting 1-frame links. It doubles an input, literally, in the code, so like, it's really useful for moves like lightning legs, where you need to get multiple kick inputs in really quickly. So as you can see, instead of actually trying to hit roundhouse like 3 times really quickly, all I need to do is like do 2 quick plinks with roundhouse and medium punch, and you can see like that's given me 4 kick inputs. And because I've added that light kick in there, I only actually needed 3. So I only needed 3 of these inputs to even work, and that's only off of just like the really quick speed of just going like that. I don't need to hit loads of buttons lots. There's only just 1 really quick motion, and it's really simple. And so that coming off of light kick means you end up, when it's done perfectly, with a total of 6 kick inputs, because you crouching fierce, plink into a medium kick with a light kick. So that's 2 kick inputs, and then 4 roundhouses off of your plinks. So in the end, like, it looks something like that. I screwed up a ton, and I screw up a ton all the time, and it just doesn't matter in terms of getting the cancel because this method is really, really lenient. As you can see, like, I messed up the fierce punch plink, so that would make it harder for me to hit the link at the start. But then, again, that's just execution. That's just a matter of hitting plinks consistently. But you can see with that light kick in there, which I turned out not to need in this case because I got 4 roundhouses. Somehow got a fierce punch in there as well, but you know, stay free my execution. But as you can see, it works. And as you can see this time, importantly, like, I missed that second plink entirely in the last section. Like, I only got 1 roundhouse out of that last plink because I missed the timing. But because I added that light kick in there, I still got lightning legs. And then that's how you get from crouching fierce punch to lightning legs really easily. And then all you need to do to get the extension is just tap medium kick about 3 or 4 times. I generally just go for 4 because just to be safe. And then that's the extension, and it's really as easy as that. Like, and that's pretty much all there is to it. And like, my execution, as you've probably seen throughout this video, is absolutely gash and awful. But like, within a few hours I was getting this method reasonably consistent, and it was just a matter of then you can just practice it. And like, I think it's way easier for most people's hands to be able to do this sort of thing than it is to be able to do piano and sliding and all that nonsense. It's just an alternative method. Everything is viable, really. Obviously viable, just look at Desk, he's been doing it consistently since 2009. Stay free, everyone. But yeah, that's just the method that I use personally to do lightning legs, and I hope that helped someone, because a lot of people don't seem to realize that this method exists, and I think it's really easy and allows scrubs like me to do lightning legs. So yeah, have fun. Oh, and enjoy all the character-specific bullshit when it comes to actually learning how to use this practically as a combo. Good luck with that.